what are you seeing out there as far as any improvement with the water receding this morning?
So the water, I haven't seen it going down much. In fact, Trent, when I drove out here this morning and as the sun's starting to come up, there are so many parking lots and businesses that the parking lots are still underwater. And, you know, we had a lot of rain this weekend, so now we're going into Tuesday and they're still dealing with this water. It might not seem that intense, right? But this is one of the better situations here. We're at the Village Shops off Periwinkle Way. I'm ankle deep in water and you have to walk through this to get to the stairs to go up to these shops. The Sanibel Bean, 3 doors down, the entire parking lot is underwater, so much so that I didn't feel comfortable pulling my car in there. And, you know, Sanibel saw a lot of rain. We're hearing upwards of 9 inches of rain over the weekend and yesterday. It is still trickling. I can hear the thunder in the background. So this is something that hopefully this water will start going down. It's not just business owners, though, who are feeling this and who are dealing with this. Jessica actually was talking to some residential people here on Sanibel Island about the flooding that they're dealing with because of Sally. So, Jessica, what did they say?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I'll show you right here, just a few feet away from where Amy's standing. We're talking about ankle deep water leading up to the stairs if you wanted to go into this local business here. And Juan, I'm not sure how far you're able to walk over this way. I feel bad dragging you through all the flooding. But if you take a look and zoom in right over here, just over the staircase, you can see just how substantial that flooding is. And this was actually a lot higher yesterday. So believe it or not, it has receded. As Amy was describing, the other shopping plaza that's just adjacent to it, Sanibel Square, they are still dealing with much higher floodwater even at this hour. And I'll tell you that early this morning when I drove over there, I actually saw some cars. It looks like some business owners or some customers actually may have had to leave their cars overnight because the flooding was so high, because we saw some cars stuck in the parking lot, again, underwater this morning. So I want to go ahead and show you some video of yesterday. So this is something we have been tracking for several days now. When you take a look at this video, you can get an idea of just how substantial it has been for those neighbors that Amy mentioned. So we've been making our way through areas like Southwinds Drive and Algiers Lane to take a look at some of the neighborhoods. You can see some of them were experiencing inches high up to their property. And I'll show you a second piece of video as well. So this actually gives you a better view of that Sanibel Square shopping plaza, where again, you can see the roads there completely impassable yesterday. That again is what I was describing this morning, where we are seeing some cars still stuck there because of how high the flooded water is. We also saw some of this impacting the Point Santo condo complex. So several areas across Sanibel Island are dealing with this. That's exactly why we spoke to a local attorney, because if you're experiencing damage as a result of all of this, here is what he says you should do.
First thing you really need to do is report it to your insurance agent. Sometimes people say, oh, it's not that bad, it was just an inch of water. And what they don't realize is, you know, you may have mold growing in your walls, you may have electrical damage.
And then he says your second move should be to take pictures and video of all the damage and to keep a list from that claim process. I want to take you back out here live. My photographer, Juan, giving you another live view just to really give you an idea of just how far that water is creeping up to the sides of these businesses here, again, on Sanibel Island. So this is what they're still dealing with this morning. Again, that local attorney saying it's going to be important whether you live in a flood zone or not to have flood insurance. So, Amy, that's something we're going to spend some time talking about in our next half hour.